Well, hello, my friends. Welcome back to the bench. Today we're going to be testing Airbeast Super Chrome. It says Airbeast up here. Tough to read with the foil going on there. This is a lacquer. Oh, it says right there, lacquer paint. SC01. I discovered this when I went and purchased the Tamiya Chrome. And, you know, searching for Chrome, this popped up. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to try some Chrome as long as they ship it to me. And they did. And it came fairly quickly. Let's see what I paid. It's the same price across the board. Looking at my phone here. Here it is. Last purchased on May 14th. You can see that. And there it is. What's the price? $17.99. 18 and $5 a ship. You know what? This isn't bad. The low 20s. The last few bottles of Chrome Mr. Color, to me, I'm in the $30 range, upper 30s after shipping. So not too bad as far as pricing recently goes, and it didn't take a long time to come. This one does say July 28th, though. But I think I had it with another package. It was coming with other stuff. But if you want it, search Airbeast. You see right there the name? Airbeast Super Chrome. Not the biggest bottle, though. I mean, this stuff, man. This Chrome is, the bottles are getting smaller and prices are going up. When I had my Chrome come out, which will be back in stock soon, I asked for a bigger bottle, you know, and just so a little more value for your dollar. But these are tiny, but they don't require a lot. Okay, so I looked it up and it says mist coat over a glossy black base. It didn't say what black base. It just said a glossy black or a shiny base. So we will try it over we'll try it over shiny white, smooth and shiny. Is all it required. So I just went ahead and sprayed it with Tamiya in the spray can. I'm reaching for it now. Tamiya, I think it's 14, right? Yep, TS14. So it's a lacquer-based paint. So there we go. We're going to use that as the base. It didn't say anything. It literally said just a glossy black base. I could have used mine that came with my kit. Again, and didn't want to use it in the video because right now it's out of stock. And if you guys went to go grab it, it wasn't there. It's going to be back soon, though. But for now, we're going to try this. And what else we're going to do is we're going to have one that's dried extensively, and then we're going to try some clear over it like I did the last time. So we will try a clear tangerine. This is from my lineup of clear colors from Robot Kai. So we'll see how that looks on top, if it works. It didn't say anything about a clear, but I have another video coming up. I'll be testing a clear, and for that, I sprayed. I'm reaching for it here, guys. I'll just give you a little glimpse. All different brands of Chrome. So I'm going to be trying and I labeled the back, GSW. This is Green Stuff World. So I labeled them, and then I'm going to try this. I think I might have discovered a clear to go on top of some Chrome. So put that back. So we'll find that out. That's going to be that test. So what I'll do is I'll put one of these aside too, add it to the pile, and we'll see if this clear that I think should work on those, if not at least a few, because I tested it on one or two, and the clear worked. So we'll try it on the others. And the clear works also. That comes with my Chrome kit that's sold out. That works too. And that, of course, again, will be back in stock soon. But this other one you can get anywhere as far as America goes. So if it works, fingers crossed, then you guys will have a clear to go on top. All right, we're going to spray this on top of one of our little guys here. You see the Murderer's Row back there. And just for a announcement, my Hot Pinks, which sold out, Hot Pink and Pink Panther, here they are back in stock at Gundam Pros. He got those back in today. All right, so let's shake this up. I will use, I don't know if I need my new shaker. That's behind me. But, well, it's already shook. I shook it a little bit. You can see see it right there. So it's pretty well shook up. So we're going to spray it with a tiny nozzle. It recommends 15 psi to 20, I think is what it said when I looked it up. And so we're going to use my Aventus Midnight Tide airbrush. If you can see the forked front tip, that means I have the 0.2 millimeter needle in it. So that's what we're going to spray it on. Mist coats. It says, don't worry if it looks foggy. It dries to a chrome finish. And we know that about several of these. And I also sprayed by request, a plastic butter knife. So we'll see how it looks on a flat surface also. So there you go. I'll make sure this is pre-shook. Let's head over to the booth and let's see how this chrome looks. All right, here we are at the booth. Make sure the camera's not hit. We got the chrome. It's in the Ventus airbrush. I'm going to go nice and slow here. Light layers, as it said. Let me make sure this is dust-free. Here we go. Ah, really good misting coat here. Oh, it's looking good already. Yeah, looking good already. Look at that. Very impressive. But a lot of these new chromes, man, have been spot on. So we know right now it likes Tamiya as a base coat. Look at that. You can see I'm wearing a dark red shirt in the reflection. I don't even think we need any more on this. This is perfect. So that little jar will go a long way, because at 15 psi through this particular 2mm airbrush, it just looks great. A little tricky to see on this white, but I'm curious because it says as long as the base is shiny, you could get a chrome effect. Now I do this quite a bit. I always spray some chrome on, oh, there we go, on white just to see what we get. But this makes for a much brighter candy color. So if you want like a candy red, but a real light, bright red, spray your chrome over white, and you'll be good. Yeah, this is getting better as it sits, so I will let this sit. Put that aside. Let's try the old butter knife here. Much more surface area here. It really does like this Tamiya, though. It seems to react to it pretty good. Oh man, it's almost there. It's weird spraying this flat spot, but once the light hits it, I can see where it's going. It's a little different. I need to get the light to, wow, it looks great. I gotta get the light to hit it in a certain way. There we go. Not quite the same, but I don't think I got this to spray as shiny for some reason. Maybe it's a type of plastic. This is a bit different than the plastic in the spoon. So that's the problem. It's going to come out nice and even, not as shiny, but that's my fault. I think if I laid down some gloss coat on top of this, or a 2K, it would be great. But it looks good on a flat surface. It's nice and even. Let's go ahead and try this figure. I don't know how this is going to look. This figure had another color on top. I just sprayed gloss black over that. But these chromes all seem to look great on these figures. You know, they're smaller with all little different angles to them and nooks and crannies, and that helps with the reflection. It's kind of reflecting off itself. But yeah, this looks beautiful. It's coming out great. Great paint. This is good. I see nothing wrong with it at this point, particularly if it's around 25 bucks shipped. And I mean, I didn't use anything in this cup. I put too much. This is going right back in the jar. That's for sure. I'm going to stop it right there. We're looking good. All right, we'll go back to the bench. We'll take a peek at what we've done. And then I'll wait about 24 hours. For you guys, it'll be about 0.2 of a second. And I'll come back and we'll spray some of that clear on top. But anyway, let's head back to the bench and go over these now. All right, back at the bench, and good results. It's pretty damn good. It sprayed on good. It didn't require a lot. You can see me waving. It did not require a lot of paint. So that little jar should go quite a long ways. It looks like I used none of it. Matter of fact, I had a ton left over. I put it back in the jar. So that's over Tamiya. So it didn't tell me what base to put it over. So hey, I put it over Tamiya. It worked. This is over white. It's chrome, but mark on there. Is that on there? I think I put that on there myself. I must have hit it. So it looks good over white. I mean, quite different, but still pretty good chrome. And on the knife, it comes out nice and even, but not as shiny. But you could see my my black on this. I didn't realize it's kind of dull. I mean, it's even and nice, but you can see it right there. It's not great. So I think if I had a 2K or another gloss coat on top of it, it would spray nice and evenly on a flat surface. But you know, if I sprayed the whole thing, it would look like an actual knife. So it does lay down very nice and even. There's no splotches to it. You know, next time I start testing with these plastic knives, I'm going to go ahead and make sure they're super shiny. You know, because you can see right there, it's just not shiny. It's got some kind of a texture to it. You know, but it did spray on it pretty good. The figure, fantastic. So, big thumb up. I like it. It performs good. It's easy to use. It's a lacquer. I cleaned it out with lacquer thinner from the hardware store. That's good. So what we're going to do now is going to try some clear color on top. Clear Tangerine. That is from my clear color line in coordination with Robot Kai. So here it is. I got it pre-thinned already. So I'll grab a different airbrush. I want to go with a bigger nozzle. I'll look for a 0.4 or maybe I'll switch the Aventus out to a 0.4. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to pause this camera. And yeah, let's try this out. Hopefully this clear Tangerine looks good on top and works. All right, we got it mixed in clear Tangerine. I did go and switch up the needles. So this is a 0.4. You could tell by the crown, the protector for the needle, which needle you have. And the full protected, not the fork type, means the 0.4 is in it. And yeah, here we go. I got it turned up the PSI to 20 or 22. Some hope. Oh, looks like it's. Oh, looks good. Looks like it should hold this. Now you can go in little light coats, and it's lacquer is easy to work with. If it doesn't react, you kind of will know right away. You'll see peeling. I'm going to go ahead. This is pretty well dried though. Like I said, it's been a long time between pauses here. I let it dry. I'm showing you that I'm just spraying air. So you want to dry it off a little bit. And then also if you're spraying others, let's go ahead and spray over the white. I'm going to show you guys the difference you're going to get. Hey, stop right there. We have chrome gold. Look at that. And let's go ahead with our figure. Why not? Let's spray him. Just want to get a quick layer down. Make sure it looks kind of orangish tangerine all around, light. And we'll call that the first base, first coating. And what happens is you end up with, you don't think you're going to get that candy look at first, but you actually will once you start putting the layers on. So with this, we're going to go ahead and hit it with a nice layer. There we go. And then let's go ahead and hit the clear one. Clear one. The one over white. I'm purposely going to go a little lighter on this because I want to show you the shading difference between the two. All right, that's it. Let's go back and hit our figure. Oh, might be running out here. So how he's going to look is how he's going to look. So there we go. Oh, getting blurry on us. There we are. All right, we'll go over it at the bench. So let's head back to the bench and look at the results. All right, so at the bench, it can handle the clear colors. This is over the one that was sprayed over black. This is over white. I sprayed half on the white so you can kind of see it here fading. And of course our figure Came out great. Should have shot from the top. Got a zenithal effect with it. I didn't think of that till I noticed the shading a bit in the back here. That would have been cool. But yeah, it handles it. It can take it. Looks good. At least with mine. If you're using an acrylic, of course it can handle it because there's no solvent in it at all. But a thumb up here. I do like this chrome. I mean, it just performed great. It looks great. So yeah, big thumb up. A little bit less money. You still got to get it on eBay. I don't think I found anybody, as far as the U.S. goes, who has it. I think it's out of Taiwan. So, but eBay, it was no problem. I got that. I got the Tamiya. It all showed up fairly quickly, around a week, which is not bad at all. So, there you go. That is the video. I got some clear orange on me here. Clear tangerine. I'll put a link below to my colors, my airbrush, and I'll see if I can get a link for the Super Chrome. But if you search Airbeast Chrome on eBay, or even a Google search, I think it takes you right to eBay. So there you go. One more thing. I discovered this guy, and I realized, what am I doing with him? And I realized it was a test for my neon colored panel liners. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera and break out the black light here and show you this guy. If you never saw the original video, that's about 3 years old now. So hold on a second. All right, here we are in the dark. You can kind of see him glowing already. That's not glow in the dark. That's it's activated by a black light. It's hard to me to get the angle for you guys. Let me see if we can get it here. There we go. Check that out. All the panel lines came out and they glow beautifully under a nice black light. So if you keep these in your cabinet, you're wondering how can they look good. They sell these black lights in, look at that. Look at the panel lines glow. They sell the black lights in strip lights, and you put them in your cabinet and you just plug them on, turn them on at night. And you can see this almost as a night light all night. Your Gundam's glowing, just little highlights in the panel lines. You can really see it great on the back here, on the fin funnels here, on a little SD version of the new Gundam. Check that out. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, there you go. So watch when we turn it off. They just disappear. Just becomes a nighttime view. There he is. All right, so let me pause the camera one more time and we shall say goodbye. We have light again. I don't know why I had to show you guys that, but cleaning the room, I'm discovering all this stuff sitting around. I couldn't remember why I had this SD new Gundam, and I realized I had my neon panel liners also sold at Gundam Pros, who also sells all these colors that I provide them. So there you go. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'm going off to play some classic stuff for me. Wasp, even though that's one of their newer albums. They've been around since, what, 84? Heavenly. Now, this is a newer power metal band, but approaching 25, almost 30 years old. And Lizzie Borden. This is one of his latest, but again, a band from the mid-'80s. Quality stuff, actually. They sound goofy. Lizzie Borden, really good band. So that's what we're going to go with today, our little playlist. All right, guys, thank you so much. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell as we do at least one video a week. All right, there you go, guys. We will see you during the week with another video. And as always, God bless you all. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a good one.